Good morning. You're listening to Real Talk with Bruce Cole. Happy Sunday. As you all know, it's been a very celebratory, but very hectic, but very busy last couple of weeks for me. I I accepted a position with Johnson and Johnson slash Janssen Actelion as a therapy access manager after many months of being unemployed. And I wanted to come to you in this particular video or podcast and just talk about the power of being patient and waiting. I applied for this position over almost a year ago. I actually first interviewed for it back in December of 2019 before COVID hit and the world had to adjust as we know it. And I knew when I first saw this position posted that that was me. That was something that I could not only do, but I could do it well. And not only do it well, it put me close to home. Because I live, in the Nashville, Tennessee area. So I applied for the position. And throughout this whole pandemic with COVID and the job being placed on hold, me losing my job with my previous employer, I stayed prayerful, I stayed steadfast, and I was patient. I went through a lot of interviews with a lot of other organizations, and now I understand why I was being redirected and being rejected, because what was destined for me was the role that I'm getting ready to walk into and start on November the 2nd. And that is working with Johnson & Johnson as a therapy access manager. But I kept asking myself at every rejection, at every turn, what am I doing wrong? Why am I not being moved through to the final stages? Why do I get to the final interview and it's just me and another candidate, and then I'm being told that you're not a good fit, or the team decided to move in a different direction, or we're just not going to staff the position at this time due to COVID? I can understand not staffing due to COVID, but to be told that I'm not a good fit for the team, or I'm moving in a different direction, to me, I've always felt that those responses are smoke and mirrors for another reason why you don't want to pick a candidate. And you as an employer, you have a right to choose who you want to come work for you and who you want to be on your team. But I think we as applicants, we deserve to be told the true reason you don't want us, because it gives us an opportunity to learn from the mistakes maybe we made, an opportunity to embrace the changes we need to make in order to be a better version of ourselves for the next interview. So I think we as HR people and people who work in those capacities need to really reevaluate how you handle your applicants that are denied. Because for me, it's just really unacceptable to be told you're just not a good fit for the organization, when I know I bring dedication, teamwork, fairness, leadership, a lot of other technical and characteristic skills under my belt that comes along with me. But to be told I'm not a good fit for a position, it's really morally and mentally and characteristically demeaning. Especially when you see the people around you who are being hired, who are being put in same positions you've applied for, but you were told you just didn't fit the mold. But also I have to look at the bigger picture. That position was not designed for me. we all have our time and our place, and we all have to walk in that path when it's our time. And for me, patience has almost been a year in the making, waiting for an answer or an ultimate response to my new position. I knew back last year when I applied for this job that was the one for me. I just didn't know how long it would take for me to get it. But it took me almost a year to get my dream job, to be able to go work for an organization, a parent company that I grew up using their products. Name has a lot of not only power but respect in the market. And I had to be patient. I had to go through all those other interviews and all those rejections and all those reevaluating and looking at myself in the mirror and saying, okay, what are you doing wrong? Or there's something better out there for you. And that something better was the new position I'm walking into. I can't begin to explain to you how not only generous, but just the level of kindness and inclusion and warmth I've already received, not only from my new manager, but just people who work within the organization and on the direct team so far. I'm already being made to feel like I'm at home and to feel welcome. And I think that is so important when you step into a new role, is to be made to feel that you are a part of the team, that you're not some outcast that's trying to break your way into the door, because you had to break your way into the door at the interview process. Now you've walking through the door. Now you're getting ready to go sit down amongst your peers and collaborate and learn from them, and they learn from you, and you're getting ready to become a part of an already established family. So you want to be that new member of the family that continues to keep the harmony and continues to keep the same camaraderie that's already there. But I had to be patient. And a lot of us, we don't like patience. I know I don't like patience. But I had to be patient. And I had to keep telling myself that what is for you, and it will, and what will be, will be. But I knew that with all the rejections that I had received, that this just was not, that was not my final destination. It was not my final decree that I'm just going to give up and I'm not going to continue to pursue, a field that I am so passionate about and what I love doing. And patience sometimes is what we need to prepare us for the next step. So if you haven't heard an answer back, or you're still job hunting, you're still not sure when you're going to be able to go back to work, and I know it's hard to say, just be patient, but trust me, be patient, because what God has for you has been designed for you. And no matter what your religious beliefs are, what's set in your destiny is for you. So me being patient and going through all those rejections and all the disappointment, it prepared me for my current role. It prepared me, and it was a great teachable moment for me. And what I learned was that I am worthy. I am good enough. I may not be good enough for everyone, but I'm worthy and good enough for the right one. So just remember, patience is not a bad thing. Patience is only preparing you for your perfect next chapter. Thank you and have a good day.